Let us work one by one. I mean, I take first option first, thereafter second option B, C, and thereafter at the end D. So let us see the first option. I write in blue. Here is the first option A, and in this you see a limit x comma y tends to over root 2 comma pi and cos x square y by x square plus 1. Okay, and we have to check whether this limit is equal to minus 1 by 2 or not. So in this you see, in this there is no function given in the question hxy or gx. So we first put the values straight and see what happens. So here will be cos, at the place of x square I put root 2 square, at the place of y I place pi, and similarly here will be root 2 square plus 1, and you know this will be equal to 2 pi by 3, and you know 2 pi by 3 is obviously minus 1 by 2. So our limit given in option A is correct, but we have to choose the false one, so this is not our option. Okay, now I go for B, and that I write in red. Okay, here you see lim x comma y tends to root 2 comma 2, and here you see hxy, and this should be checked whether it is whether we are getting 0 or not, as given in the option. So how can we check? Remember the concept behind the limit x tends to root 2 does not mean that, this does not imply that x equals to root 2. Okay, so here and one more thing here is that, suppose I take x square and y. One second, I show you. Here x tends to root 2, here y tends to 2. This means that x square tends to 2 and y tends to 2. Okay, but this tending may be equal, I mean x square may be equal to y or may not be equal to y. How can I say that? See here, suppose I show you 2 on a number line. Here is 2. So it may happen that x square goes to 2 from this side and y goes to 2 from the same side. So there is a possibility that x square may be equal to y, and there will be one more thing, and that thing I show you again. Suppose x square tends to 2 from one side and y tends to 2 from other side. In this case, x square will never be equal to y. So we have two cases. Here is the case 1 and here is the case 2. So we have to work in both the cases. So I erase what you see on the screen in blue to make a space. Okay, so here I erased the option 1 because we already have done the work for option A. So now in B limit is this one. You see, this is the limit, sorry, this is the limit. Okay, and this will, the next step to this one will be lim x comma y tend to root 2 comma 2. Okay, and here is e to the power. So we have two cases. Here you see the first one. In this, x square is equal to y. So according to that, hxy will be 0. See here, x square equals y. This means that our hxy is 0. So I place accordingly here. At the place of this, I show you in blue. Here hxy, at the place of this hxy I put 0. Okay, so here will be e to the power 0, and you know this is 1. Okay, so you see we are not getting this value. Here you see I show you in green. Here you see it is 0. Let us check for the second case, and it is clear that B is wrong, but we should check all the options so that we may learn something. Okay, so for case 2, lim xy tends to root 2 comma 2. Okay, and this time for this case I show you in blue enclosure. See the case. Okay, you see inside the blue rectangular enclosure, there x square is not equal to y, and according to that, here you see we have to take this one. So here will be minus, I write in red, minus 1 by x square minus y. Okay, and when we put the values, then this will be e to the power minus 1 by 0, and here will be e to the power minus infinity, and that is obviously 0. So we are getting two different values in two different cases. The first one is here. Okay, the first one is here and the second one is here. Both the values are different, so we can say that this limit does not exist, and so our option, this limit is, accordingly this limit is wrong, and as we have to choose the wrong one, so our option to mark is B. So there is no need to go for C and D, but for the learning purpose we should go for C and D. Okay, so I go there. I am erasing all things to make a space. Okay, now C, now option C I type in blue. Okay, so option C is here, and in option C we have lim x comma y tending to e comma e, and here ln x to the power y minus this greatest integer of the number y bracket. Okay, so you know that using the formulae of logarithm, you know, log something, log x to the power a means a log x, you know this thing from your early school days. Okay, so I am using the same, and here will be y minus this integer part of y, and here will be ln x. So we can get this limit by directly putting the values, and at the place of y we put e, and sorry, not comma, for this I am working for this e minus integral part of e, and here ln x. You see x is also close to e, so obviously e and this, you know, the value of e is 2 point something. Okay, so this integral part of e will be 2, so here will be 2, and you know this is 1. Okay, so our answer will be e minus 2, and here you see the same, so this limit is correct, but you know we have to choose the false one, so this is not our option. Okay, now we go for the last one, that is D. Let us check the D whether it is also true or not. D. Okay, in D we have lim x comma y tend to 0 comma 0, and here e to the power 2y and gx. Okay, let us check whether we get 1 or not. Lim, and here you see this thing is independent of this one, so we can separate the limit. We can write, I show you, lim y tends to 0 e to the power 2y into lim x tends to 0 gx. Why did I write this way? You know, here there are two functions. I show you. The first function is this one, you see, and the second is this one, you see. Both are independent from each other. One depends on y, the second depends on x. So I took the limits separately in the next step, as you see on the screen. And here the next thing will be, you know, e to the power 0 into lim x tends to 0. Remember, x tends to 0 means x is close to 0, x is not equal to 0, not equal to 0, and for that you see here x is not equal to 0. For that we have to take sin x by x, and you know, in your from your early school days, this is 1, this also is 1, so 1 into 1 is 1, and obviously the same thing is here, you see, in option D, so it is correct. This was correct. So as we have to choose the false one, so this D is not our option. Okay, so in the examination, as soon as you see you reach the option B, you have to mark the circle. You don't need to go for C and D. It will it will waste your time. Okay, but here for the learning purpose I evaluated all the limits from option A to option D. Okay, so this question is done now. Our correct option to be marked is B, second option.